Hello FNAFers! The FNAF did come, but spring didn't again, and so I will continue replacing him. Last time we talked about how Client 46 could be Vanny, because we found out that in the Italian and Spanish translations of the audio discs, Client 46 is a girl, which means that it is definitely not Gregory. But a lot of people still think that it is someone else and not Vanessa. And so today we're going to talk about a different theory. What if Client 46 is Tape Girl? The last time we heard about Tape Girl was in FNAF VR, where we found out that Glitch Trap has taken her over. And a lot of things on Patient 46's CDs seem to imply that Patient 46 is controlled by Glitch Trap and is killing the therapist every time they start to suspect something. So what if the Tape Girl did not die? Or at least her body didn't? Patient 46 is probably working for Fazbear Entertainment. As we know, Tape Girl was working for Silver Parasol Games, which worked for Fazbear Entertainment. And last time the Tape Girl found out that Fazbear Entertainment was lying to them, and then she fell into the hands of Glitch Trap, just like Jeremy. So it's not a stretch to say that Fazbear Entertainment made the Tape Girl go to these therapy sessions. There are two clients, Client 71, who is Vanessa, aka Vanny, and Client 46, who doesn't talk much. Therapists never mark one client as two, even if the client has grown up or has two different personalities. This led people to believe that Client 46 is not Vanny, because Vanny is Vanessa, who is Client 71. And as I just said, Vanessa is client number 71, which means that she started going to therapy sessions later than Client 46. Which means if Client 46 is the Tape Girl, then perhaps the gap between the clients 46 and 71 could be because Vanessa played the FNAF VR much later than the Tape Girl. And perhaps Client 46 doesn't talk much because the Tape Girl has been under the control of Glitch Trap much longer than Vanessa. Patient 46 has also been seen around the Pizzaplex when she is not supposed to be there, which doesn't fit Vanessa because presumably at the same time Vanessa is starting to work there. And so it could mean that Client 46 is not Vanny. I will continue in just a moment, but right now I want to ask you to please subscribe to our channels to not miss any of our videos, and press those like buttons and hit those bells. The therapy sessions are recorded onto audio CDs, and in FNAF VR the Tape Girl recorded audio tapes. So perhaps that could be another hint for Client 46 being the Tape Girl. Here's something interesting. In the FNAF spin-off game called Security Breach Fury's Rage, made as an apology for delaying the game again, we saw a boss, or should I say two bosses, called VR Sisters. One with a purple ponytail and a blue pattern across her body, and one with red short hair and a yellow pattern across her body. The purple sister seems to represent Vanessa, who also has a ponytail, and is controlled by William, indicated by the purple coloring. And so what if the yellow sister represents the Tape Girl, who is also controlled by Glitch Trap, who is yellow? You might think that this spin-off game does not have any secrets and is just a side game, but it did give us the hint that the Pizzaplex is built on top of FNAF 6 before the game came out. And it also had a boss called Dreamgeist, who represents the FNAF 4 box. And so it's very possible that the VR sisters could have represented the two clients, being Vanessa and the Tape Girl. Spring still thinks that Client 46 is probably Vanny, but now he sees that this theory is possible. So yeah, tell us in the comments what you think about this theory. Or you can join Spring's Discord server in the description and talk about it there, and even share some of your own theories there. But for now, that's it. Subscribe to our channels to not miss any of our videos. Press those like buttons and hit those bells. And remember, he will come back.